Thank you. I need y'all to listen to that and pay attention to his lyrics, because Joe is something else. And ladies, we can get caught up with the Joe, as in my outer may not be all right to you, but I'm still beautiful. I'm beautiful inside and out. And so we have to make sure that we speak those things to ourselves and make sure that we don't allow the world to dictate to us what is beautiful. Because as the song says, the world could change its heart. I find space for what I treasure. I make time for what I want. I choose my priorities. And Jesus, you're my number. There have been so many times I've been broken, I've been hurt, and I forced myself to smile. I forced myself to clap my hands and sing. Because if we focus on those things that are terrible in our life, and we focus on those things that are bad in our life, oh God, we're not going to have a great day. And it's a shame that we would rather be called ends and bees than kings and queens. We would rather hold on to the ends and bees than the kings and queens. So I hope that when you're thinking about your conversation, you consciously think. I would like to think that we fail to look at ourselves. And I found it very interesting how eager people were to say, you know what, I'm going to move my child out of this school. I'm going to move my child and I'm going to travel miles and miles away. I'm going to do so many things in order to protect my child from this destructive school system, from this failing school system. And guess what happens? They take them to another school system miles and miles away, but their environment is still the same. The eulogy. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And I know somebody's looking at this right now and is like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. Look it up for yourself. If you're like me, you got to look for yourself. Eulogy is praise. And so it also says that a eulogy can be done at a retirement party. So therefore, you don't have to just be eulogized at the funeral. Stratification. Stratification, STRATIFICATION. And it simply says that stratification means arranging something or something that has been arranged into categories. You have in high school, we're familiar with those stratifications that are there. You know, you have your jocks. But in society, even as we grow up, even as we get in adulthood, we oftentimes operate in stratification. Even ourselves, we begin to extenuate. We begin to look at our childhood and say, you know, that's the reason why I treat people like this. This is the reason why I speak like this, because of this, because of that. You know, we begin to extenuate. We extenuate some things that we should just look at and be truthful and be honest and say, you know what, this is me. I need to change. You know, a lot of times we can't make that change because we begin to extenuate. Ain't honest living. How's she living? She living in the country, gonna move out of town. She gonna shake her jelly till the sun go down. She gonna wear her dresses up above her knees. She never went to college. She never went to school. But when she get to college, she an educated fool. To the front, to the back, to the side, to the front, to the back, to the side. So the people who, some people who tend to mistreat children have the most children. I mean, they're popping them out left and right. And so you're thinking, now, I would love my child if I had one, or if I had another one. You know me, I wanted a whole basketball team, baby. I wanted a lot of children, but he blessed me with one. And sometimes we can be ungrateful because we start thinking of those things that we don't quite understand. We start focusing on those things that we don't understand. But I'm thankful this morning that I don't have to try to understand it. I can actually say, you know what, God, you got this one. I'm not going to wreck my brain trying to figure out, now, how in the world do I fix this? How in the world do I deal with this? You got me. And I am thankful for that protection that has been throughout the years. I've experienced some things. I know it was nobody but God's protection that allowed me to live on. So we are scared into submission. We never go and seek a better opportunity. We never go and seek anything better. We never even marry the person that we adore so much because we are afraid to say, you know what, I do want to spend the rest of my life with you because you have been all of that to me. We're still waiting on the perfect opportunity because fear have told us that we have to have everything in line before we say I do. I would like to compare the two. I read a quote that said that life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, and some are even exciting. But if you never turn the page, you will never know what the next chapter has in store for you. So on today, I hope that we find ourselves free from those chapters in life or that chapter in life that has kept us stuck. I hope that rising with Trina was not in vain. I know it wasn't in vain. But at the end of the day, I hope that you're thinking about who's at the table that you need to watch, that you need to be careful around, that you need to love, that you need to appreciate. I hope you're thinking about the food that you're digesting while you're at the table. That's good or not good for your soul. I hope you're thinking about your table right now. And if you need to get up from the table, get yourself up from the table. I just want to read this that I read this morning in Isaiah 55, 8 through 11. It says that my thoughts are completely different from yours, says the Lord. And my ways are far beyond anything you could imagine. For just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. The rain and snow come down from the heavens and stay on the ground to water the earth. They cause the grain to grow, producing seed for the farmer and bread for the hungry. It is the same with my words. I send it out, and it will always produce fruit. It will accomplish all I want it to, and it will prosper everywhere I send it.